The championship is set. It's going to be Jeffrey's Indiana Hoosiers taking on the Miami Hurricanes. In Miami, it's a homecoming for Fernando Mendoza. It's a home game for Miami. But before we preview it, let's look at the semifinals, Jeffrey. They've made it. The Hoosiers made it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, I still, to this day, don't feel like it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like the Indiana Hoosiers, like seeing that logo down there on the screen, right? Like on the bottom right of ESPN. And okay, Bean's already going crazy. Okay. We got
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Indiana, the bottom right of the screen though, it's got okay, I gotta start reading the chat.
You probably don't even know the story, Jeffrey, but he's not in jail.
Indiana is in the national championship game, and I couldn't be happier if you couldn't tell. I'm so excited to see the Hoosiers in the national championship game. Something I never would have dreamed. I was just expecting that, maybe with Signetti can win 7 or 8 games, but this is an amazing story. It's one of the greatest stories I've ever seen, and I cannot wait to see hopefully a great game from them and that they're ready to go. So all I know is this game, though, this game set the stage for what, we're going to witness on Monday. Indiana blowing out Oregon. I hope they can repeat that type of performance. Were you shocked that this game went like it did? I mean, at all? Like everyone thought this game
I thought Indiana would win. I thought Oregon would have to play their absolute best to have a chance in this game, and they absolutely didn't. So
no.
Yeah.
But, I mean, was that more so Oregon or more so Indiana? Because I really felt it was more so Indiana.
Both.
Okay. I mean, to me, I think that no matter how bad a team's playing, to put up 56 on any team, but especially when you're talking about like a top 10 team, right? Like Oregon, right? We're talking about a top 10 team, a team that, a lot of people thought was probably the 4th or 5th best team in college football. And you put up 56 on. This isn't like putting up 56 on Kennesaw State. So I know Oregon did not play that well, per se. But I think Indiana just they were locked in, and they were locked in against Bama. If Indiana is locked in like they've been the last 2 games, it is going to be hard to beat them. Extremely hard. But they have to play like these last 2 games. They were flawless in these last 2 games.
You had something to say about Dante Moore before.
Dante Moore returning to school. Dylan Raiola benched unless he decides to retransfer like Kenny Minchie did. Will Nebraska invite him back? I mean, okay.
Do you think he's going to do what Dante did, wait a year and then play?
Maybe. It's possible. I mean, he needs improvement. So, maybe learning behind a veteran. But my thing about, Miami, okay. Well, they ain't getting Ty Simpson, so you never know, Scotty B. You never know. But my thing about Dante Moore, though, is why. I already know your answer. And you can tell everybody why he came back.
Who wants to play for the freaking Jets, man? The Jets are a mess.
I get that. But he just turned down $30 million. However much a contract of that caliber would have been. He just turned that down. And I know Oregon's got great NIL, and he's going to make a lot in NIL next year. But think about what if he gets hurt next year?
That's true. I mean, the same thing happened to Barkley.
What if he hurts his Achilles?
Matt Barkley wanted to come back his last year. He came back for his senior year at USC, and they were worse that year than they were his junior year.
I mean, I hope and pray, for any player that they do not get hurt. But I'm just saying, like, to me, there's more negative that can happen for Dante Moore than positive here. I think that he made a mistake, especially in this weak class that everyone's talking about how weak the quarterback class is. He was guaranteed to be drafted 2nd overall, basically. And, So literally the only reason Moore's back to win a title, that's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. I mean, maybe, but I mean, it's not a guarantee. And again, anything can happen.
Trojan fight. I could do a whole rant on this. I mean, maybe I'll make a video about it, but I'll make a whole rant on why USC's in the wrong. But I don't even want to do that.
Honestly, I kind of want to hear the rant. Right. But if you don't want to, I don't blame you. But I wouldn't mind hearing that. Everybody hears me rant all the time, so they'll take a you rant.
All right, I'll answer this one though. So I'm in a Notre Dame message board, and a lot of the local Notre Dame fans are like Miami, but like everyone that's not from the state of Indiana is like, we want Indiana. That's basically mostly what it is.
I think you got to root for Indiana.
Yeah.
Like, why would you root for the team that got into the playoffs over you? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. And number 2, they're the convicts. Mm-hmm. Like, no. That's a robbery. Indiana is okay. Notre Dame Miami is more of a robbery than Notre Dame Indiana.
They don't want to hear the Hoosier fans like that bragging. That's
fair, but let them brag. I mean, how many championships Notre Dame's got?
It's because a lot of them, they feel like a lot of them used to be like Notre Dame football fans and Indiana basketball fans, and now they're just like Indiana both. And they're like, why haven't you been an Indiana football fan this whole time? That's the whole thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to root for a 2-10 team. It is. Like, let's be real, it is. But I understand Notre Dame fans, and I'm not upset at you Notre Dame fans. If you want to root for Miami, that's fine. But me personally, I think that's a mistake. I think that you got to root for the underdog story. Don't root for the team that kept you out of the playoffs. Don't root for the convicts. Don't do that. Okay, that's a bad look for Notre Dame, in my opinion. I don't agree. So, yeah.
That's a good idea, though. I can make a PowerPoint presentation about the whole USC rivalry situation. I might do that.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the Dante Moore thing is insane, and the Notre Dame fans rooting for Miami's insane. But again, this is the world we live in. So I'm not shocked at all. I'm not shocked at all by any of it.
All right, we'll go to the other.
Being Caden will never disappear. And even if he does disappear, he somehow has not disappeared.
This Miami Ole Miss game was a Trinidad Chambliss, Beck both played pretty well. Lacey played pretty well, but Miami had the ball last and they were able to win.
Yeah, it literally was the case of who had the ball last.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, my thing is, when looking at this game, Miami cannot play the way they did in this game if they want to beat Indiana. There's no way. For one, they turned it over, which you can do against.
I agree, Scotty.
And I agree with that as well. But see, that's the thing about. That is the thing about. Yes, the last play was pass interference, by the way. Yes, it was. And they didn't call it because it's the final play of the game. That was interference on Miami. But what I'm trying to say is about this game is that Miami cannot play the way they did in this game if they want to beat Indiana. They turned it over. They had a bunch of penalties. I think Miami had almost 100 penalty yards. That can't happen. So, as impressive
if they do that, they're gonna lose to Indiana by probably 3 touchdowns.
As impressive as Miami's run has been and all that, at the same time, it's not like I don't want to diminish the teams they played because that's not fair. I'm not.
They beat Ohio State.
Texas A&M sucked. Mm-hmm. Ohio State for practically 3/4 of the game just was dead, completely dead, had no life at all. And that, remember, everyone was accusing the Bob. Do we remember that? No one's talking about it anymore because Indiana won. But was Ohio State, did they look ready at the beginning of that game? No, they did not. And against Ole Miss, I mean, literally it was who had the ball last. Mm-hmm. That literally, I mean, like, as good as Miami's defense is, and I agree it is good, and the D-line is really, really good, they did not stop Ole Miss either.
Mm-hmm.
They really didn't. This game was basically a shootout. I mean, the score isn't all the way a shootout. People think of shootouts as like high 30s, 40s, 50s, but this game was kind of...
It was a second half shootout for sure.
Yeah, it was kind of getting into shootout territory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To me, like, I don't think Miami really showcased in the playoffs that they could beat Indiana if Indiana's playing the way they've played the last two games. And I preface that because Indiana, the last two games, has been the best team in the country. Like, just absolutely not. It's not even close. The way they've played. I'm not saying they're the best team talent-wise. I still completely disagree with that. And that's when people say, do you think they're the best team? Based off talent, no. But based off results, Indiana's been the best team in college football the last two games. They have to do it again. They have to do it one more time. And I have a hard time saying if Cignetti can get them ready to play after a month off. Think about it. They didn't play for a month, and Alabama had all the advantage, and they destroyed them. And then they play Oregon in a rematch. Oregon, you would think would learn from their first mistake. They got destroyed. Like, Indiana, if they are locked in, which I just don't see how Cignetti is not going to have them ready to play and that they're not going to be ready to play. Miami's going to have problems. I know it sounds like I'm already previewing the game. I'm not making a prediction yet. I'm just saying that Miami in this game against Ole Miss was not really that good.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's just do the championship preview now.
I really feel like, Will, if Ole Miss had have won this game, I don't think anyone would really be picking them.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because Miami won, people believe Miami can win, and they can. But, I mean, you think about it, man. Like I said, that Miami-Ole Miss game was very sloppy. There were mistakes. It was not a perfect game. And I agree that Ole Miss scored too early.
Mm-hmm. So for the championship game, I feel like Miami, they're going to need to get pressure on Mendoza. I mean, I don't think their secondary is that good. I think their chance to win is for Bain and Mesidor. They need to eat. They need to play well.
I agree.
And they need to turn it into a low-scoring game because I don't think Miami's offense is going to struggle big time in this game. I do believe. So, like, if they were giving up sacks to Ole Miss, they're going to give up sacks to Indiana. They need it to be a low-scoring game to have a chance, in my opinion.
I think Miami needs Indiana to turn it over. And it's human beings. Indiana is full of human beings. You know, they're like every other team. They can make mistakes. Mendoza can throw a pick. Mm-hmm. Someone can fumble. Like Indiana, I think, has only fumbled the ball twice all year, but they almost turned it over a couple times against Oregon. They didn't. There was a couple fumbles, though. Indiana recovered them both, but that's what I'm saying. They're humans. They can make mistakes. Indiana can make mistakes and give Miami a chance. That's why I'm saying which story is better, Indiana by far. Miami's not even close. Indiana's a far better story. Miami is a blue blood. Indiana is nothing. So, yeah, of course you're going to say that. But, again, Indiana is full of human beings. They can make mistakes. Like, there's no world or planet where I can say there's no way that Indiana's going to lose. Like, see that, like, I can't stand when people say that, man. How many podcasters, Will, have you heard in your life say that? There's no way they're going to lose. Yes, they can. Indiana can lose this game. Yes, they can. If they're not focused, if somehow they just start out pick six or fumble, scoop and score for Miami, or Indiana just sluggish, or, you know, a couple injuries happen or something, you know what, they can lose. But Indiana, the last two games, has been playing better football than anybody else in the country by far. It's not even close. They completely decimated Alabama and Oregon, two teams that I understand people are going to say, yeah, they're not, you know, top 2 or 3, but Alabama and Oregon were still good football teams. And Indiana, they didn't beat them by 10. They didn't beat them they destroyed them. Flat. They beat Alabama by 35, and they were beating Oregon by 40 until they scored a late touchdown. It's unreal. And what makes it even crazier is that Indiana got hurt somewhat in that game. Charlie Becker got banged up. Mikael Kamara got banged up. There were a few minor injuries for Indiana in that game, and they still ran over Oregon. Now, all those guys are going to be back. They've already done an injury report, and they're all playing in the game. I don't know how healthy they'll be, but, I mean, it didn't look like none of them were super bad. But I'm just saying, like, Indiana's playing on another level right now. But they have to do it again, one more time. Miami is a good football team, but outside of this late run at the end of the season, they were not that good all year. And like I said, when I'm looking at the games that they've won, just think about it. A&M played like crap. And I understand Miami's defense was good in that game, but you got to admit, that one interception Marcel Reed threw in the second half wasn't even good defense. I don't even care. You cannot conjure up out of the blue that was good defense. That was just a moronic play. It was an error. That game was terrible. Ohio State played horrible, and I understand Miami did have a lot to do with that, but Ohio State also played horribly bad.
I think a lot of that was like Indiana like showed the blueprint to win, and then Miami like used it, and Ohio State just couldn't counter. Do you think that was part of it?
Yeah, I think it had something to do with it, but the thing is that Ohio State didn't start playing until the third quarter either. I mean, literally the first half, they didn't do anything. I mean, Ron Day did not have them ready. So, I don't know. And I mean, and Julian saying through that pick six too. And then again, this past game, Miami Ole Miss literally could have gone either way. Ole Miss almost beat them with no defense. I mean, that's not good.
Ole Miss had some pass rush at least.
Yeah, but their defense wasn't that good. They had that one D-line guy that was causing some problems. But, I mean, Indiana's defense all year long has been good.
Which is kind of show. I mean, that shows me like
there's no holes.
I think
if they play the way they played the last two games, there's no holes. The secondary, you got Pons, you've got Farrell. Linebacker Fisher is incredible, and then the D-line is getting pressure. I mean, like one of Indiana's guys, Elijah Hardy, who's not even going to get drafted probably, has 8 sacks. And then you got Kamara. He has more pressures than almost anybody in the country. He's not getting sacks, but he's getting pressures. I don't know. Carson Beck's turnover prone. When he's pressured, he throws picks, man. Mm-hmm. So the only way Miami can win this game is if Indiana just collapses. If Indiana just does not play the way that they've been playing, and they make mistakes, and Miami does not turn it over, which they have not shown they really do that. I understand people are like, well, Carson Beck's turnovers have been down. Yeah, they've been down, but when he makes mistakes, he makes mistakes. And they're in bunches too, typically. And also, Miami is way more of a penalized team than Indiana is.
I knew this was going to happen.
How do you think about the crowd? Because we don't know how.
I'm very curious about the crowd because like the Hoosiers totally like took over.
They took over Atlanta and they took over the Rose Bowl. They didn't take over the Rose Bowl as much as they took over Atlanta, but they had an advantage in both games. And even though the game's in Miami, I think that Indiana's going to have a lot of.
I think it'll be 60-40 Miami. Is my prediction.
You think that there will be more Miami fans there?
Miami fans show up to games against big, highly ranked teams in Florida State. And
from all I've heard, Indiana fans have been buying tickets, so I don't know what that's going to be.
60-40. I think that's a pretty.
I'd say 50-50. I could be wrong. If Indiana loses,
they shouldn't be embarrassed. They made it to the championship game.
I mean that's just insane logic. I know it's a legitimate question, but that's insane logic to even suggest that Indiana would be embarrassed because they've never been in this position before. I mean, they've had such an incredible season. To lose in the national championship game would sting, but it wouldn't be an embarrassment. Indiana was an embarrassment when they were going 3-9 every year. I get what you're trying to get at and what people are getting at because, like, well, this is Indiana's year to lose. I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, they should win in this game. They should, and they should win their first national title. There's never going to be a better opportunity. You don't have Ohio State. You don't have Alabama. You don't have Georgia. None of those teams are left. They're gone. So I get that point, but nobody said when Notre Dame lost that it was an embarrassment. When Notre Dame lost to Ohio State last year, was that an embarrassment? No. When Washington lost to Michigan, was that an embarrassment? No. When TCU lost to Georgia, that was an embarrassment. But did anyone say it? No. Well, TCU.
People said it.
Well, I'm talking about from the perspective that, like, for example, the national media is saying that if Indiana loses, it would be an embarrassment. And it's like nobody else says that in any other circumstance. I feel like the only reason they're saying it about Indiana is because it's still Indiana. And it's like, well, they've had this great year, but it's like if they lose, I don't know, man. Indiana has to play their game. If Indiana plays their game, they're going to win it all. And my prediction for this game is that Indiana will continue to play the way that they've been playing, and they're going to win the game 38 to – I'll give Miami 21.
I was 34-20.
So 38-21. I think Miami will hang around, but I just don't think Miami's going to be able to keep it up. I mean, again, they could win. Like I said, they could absolutely win, and if they do win, yeah, I'll be upset for sure. I mean, I'll be upset, but it's not going to take away from how great the season was for Indiana. It's just it would suck because literally this is a perfect opportunity, and Signetti knows that. He knows that. Caden with a $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Caden. He says, if Indiana wins it, it won't be the end of Jeffery. Only just sports celebrating like he won the Super Bowl. It wouldn't surprise me. Well, Caden, I think when a team that you like wins, you're going to be happy. I think that's normal. So yeah, I'm going to be excited, man.
But even like the Miami guy that Mark has on, Kim Underwood, said that Miami would have to play a perfect game to beat Indiana. So like even most sane Miami fans are.
Confidence level, I mean, I would say 85%. I mean, I'm pretty confident. I mean, the only reason I can't say 100% is because, again, they're humans. They're full of human beings. I mean, I think that we've seen enough football in our lives to say that anything can happen in a football game. I mean, Miami's not Incarnate Word, who TJ Finley decided to go to, by the way. But it's not like Miami's a bad team here. I mean, Miami can win this game. The problem is that I just feel like Indiana is have you seen a coach and a team this locked in since like LSU 2019? Have you seen it? I haven't.
I mean, 2020 Bama, I guess.
2020 Bama, sure. I'll give you that. But you know what I'm saying, though. This team is just they want to win, dude. Like I don't know how to explain it. Whether I'm an Indiana fan or not, and I am, I like them a lot, man. But I'm not, everybody knows I'm Bama first. We get that, I'm Bama's number one. But I really, really like Indiana, and I really think this story is amazing, and I love it. And yeah, I'm gonna be celebrating, my pants off with it. I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna be excited. So that's okay, Caden. We're allowed to do that. But but if I was not an Indiana fan, I feel like I can be more unbiased towards Indiana than Indiana fans because even though I am an Indiana fan, I'm not. It's a different situation than my Alabama fandom. Okay, so like I could still look at this game without I want Indiana to win, but I mean I'm looking at I've looked at the tape, I've looked at the Miami games, I've looked at the Indiana games. Indiana's just playing better than Miami. They just are. And if they do that in this game, they will win. Miami has not looked as good as Indiana once this season. And I understand the big talking point is that Miami beat Ohio State by more than Indiana did. That don't matter to me at all.
Oh my
I don't even understand why that is an argument. Do you think that's a legitimate argument, Will? I don't think it's a legitimate argument at all. And we just lost Will. Hopefully, Will will be back. And hopefully he'll be able to answer my question because I think that's actually a legit question that I would like to hear his response to. Because I keep seeing people say that's the argument. Yeah, the transitive property does not work in college football. I agree.
Oh my gosh, it's frustrating.
We're having some technical difficulties here, but hopefully they will go away.
Oh my gosh, this camera really. Thank you. All right.
There we go. So what I was asking you, Will, if you're able to still
I
hear
can
me.
hear you. Just I don't know. My mic turned off for a second there too, so that's when I left.
Okay. Miami beating Ohio State by more than Indiana did doesn't matter.
I mean, Indiana just looks like the better oil machine. I mean, you saw all those penalties that Miami was doing and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they can't do that against Indiana. They cannot do that. If they do that, they most likely will not have a chance. Mm-hmm. They can't turn it over. They just cannot turn it over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might have to just go with cameraless Will.
Cameraless me, all right.
Yeah, that might, because I mean it's just not cooperating. But yeah. I hate that, man. But I mean, we can hear you. Everybody can hear you.
Okay.
So I mean, I can hear you. I mean, chat, you can still hear Will, right?
All right.
You should. I think they
probably
still be able to hear, because I can hear you. If I can hear you, they probably can hear you.
All right.
But I agree with Bean that the transitive property does not work. It just does not. Because like that's the thing. Everybody was like, well, Miami beat Pittsburgh by more than Notre Dame. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who cares? That does not mean Miami's better. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. That is what people fail to understand. I mean, you think about, okay, Oklahoma beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa because Alabama turned it over 3 times. But in the rematch, Alabama won by 10 in Norman. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us anything? No, it does not. So Miami beat Ohio State by more than Indiana did. But it don't matter. It just doesn't matter. Indiana's been playing better than Miami. Now, if Miami plays better than Indiana on Monday night, then they'll win. But again, they haven't looked better than Indiana all year. At all. Even the Ohio State game. To me. Like, I felt like Indiana shut down Ohio State. I don't think Miami shut them down. I think Ohio State sucked. That's my opinion. I really believe that. I watched the game. I watched the entire game. And Ohio State sucked. They didn't even show up at the first half. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it would be a major letdown if Indiana lost, and I really hope they win. But, I mean, if Indiana keeps up the way that they've been playing the last 2-3 games, I don't think they lose. I really don't. And I'm pretty confident Indiana will win, but anything can happen. Mm-hmm. Miami can win, and if they do, congratulations to the Hurricanes. But it would suck if IU lost.
I said 34-20 IU. Was my score prediction.
Yeah, thank you, Scotty B. Thank you. Ohio State did not play good. I'm a big believer in the sentiment of a result. How much of it was X team or Y team? Okay, and I really believe that Ohio State played worse than Miami played good. Just like I think Indiana played good more than Oregon played bad. I'm sorry, but I believe that. It doesn't mean I'm right. You can disagree and have a different opinion or give me a different reason, but I just do not think that Miami destroyed Ohio State. Ohio State played horrible. Like, really bad, dude, for them. But again, credit to Miami. I mean, credit to Miami for going on this run, but I think Notre Dame could have done it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think no, I'm sorry, but I mean, Texas might have been able to do it. Like, I'm sorry, man, but it's not like the run that they went on worked out. It worked out that Ohio State forgot how to play football. It worked out that A&M was trash all along. And it worked out that Ole Miss had no coaches. So, and no defense. So, again, Indiana bludgeoning Oregon and Alabama is more impressive than what Miami did. And again, if Indiana plays like they've played the last 2 games, they will win it all. But if they don't, they can lose. That's my take. That's what I've said I've basically said that if Indiana plays the way that they've been capable all year, that they can win it all. I've said that from the beginning. But I just thought that they would slip up somewhere, maybe. Like Alabama, I was worried about that game. I barely picked Indiana to win. I thought Alabama would give them a game, and they did not. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, I think Indiana's got a really good chance. And then, okay, well, they bludgeon Oregon, and I'm like, wow. So Miami needs to play a perfect game. I agree with that. I do. Or at least pretty close to it to win.
I mean, beeping, but like, I mean, there's next year too. I mean, next year I feel like the Irish can also win it.
Well, Oregon's the same thing, Will, because Dante's coming back. They believe they can win it all. Maybe TJ Finley thinks he can win it all in the FCS. I don't know.
Why is Oregon the last 2 years, man? Man, when they go down with a whimper. Like, they quit the last 2 seasons in the playoffs.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, let's take a look at the portal because there's been some movement.
Yeah, I'll say, right? There's like, how many players are in the portal? Like 10,000? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. And the sad thing about it is, I almost said the funny thing, but it's not funny. But it is kind of funny because these players are just making terrible decisions, which is sad. But I don't know. So many of these guys are not even going to get a new home. There's going to be a lot of players that enter the portal that never get a home.
I lost the spot, Jeffrey, so I'm scrolling back down.
Okay. It's okay. We'll get there. But I mean, yeah, like you've seen that statistic, right? Where like 15 or 20% of the players that enter the portal don't go anywhere. They never find a location. It's pretty high stat. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it's a high stat.
It's a high stat. Like a lot of them just disappear. I remember when some of Tom Allen's players transferred in 2023, they never went anywhere. Like 7 or 8 of the dudes just never got anywhere. They're just done with football. It's like maybe you should have stayed at Indiana then and been a bench player and at least still kept your scholarship. Instead, you transfer to nowhere. That's I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, see, Sky, look at this. Literally, the starting kicker for Baylor entered the transfer portal and committed to Ohio State. He was tampered to leave Baylor. I'm not surprised.
I mean, the thing is, though, like, why wouldn't you tamper, man? Like,
for a
you
kicker.
won't get caught. There's no reason not to tamper.
Yeah, because everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking to players that are still committed. I mean, my thing is what's so dumb is that, like, a kicker at Baylor would probably get more opportunities to kick than at Ohio State. Right?
It's the money, man.
Yeah, I know it's the money. They're all transferring because of the money. I'm just telling you that it's like, okay, you're going to get more opportunities to kick at Baylor because they're not as good. That used to be the mindset. Like, that's why a lot of times bad teams are good kickers because they needed them. And good schools didn't. But now it's like, wow, we're using the NIL to get kickers now. Well, I guess Ohio State's like, well, fielding sucks. Because, fielding, he did screw it up against.
I feel like Ohio State has a bad kicker history.
Well, I mean, that dude missed the field goal in the Georgia game. That was a long field goal years ago. And then fielding recently. I don't know. I mean, I just think it's sad that Baylor can't even keep their kicker. Like, not only are you losing your receivers and linebackers at these type of schools, but now you're losing your kicker. You can't even keep your kicker. Well, that's insane, dude.
I'm getting there.
Hey, I'm not just singling out Ohio State, man. It happens with Georgia and Bam and everybody else. We know. I know. Like, all these teams just getting all the players. It's just sad, man. I mean, you can't even keep a kicker. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What happens to those players who do not find a home, drop out of school? Yeah, I mean, probably.
JUCO, I guess, for a year? I don't know.
Maybe. mean, honestly, I don't know. I just know a lot of these guys never end up anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you probably should have a determined destination before you enter the portal at this point, especially since everybody has contacts. It's like, unless you're getting like kicked off your team, which some of them maybe are doing, like, hey, well, you're no good, get off my team. I would not transfer unless you at least like have some schools that like, hey, we want you. Because if you just enter the portal and you got nobody wanting you, then you're screwed. Yeah, like look at Sky B. He says, yet the NCAA punished Oklahoma State women's tennis for tampering. Yet they haven't punished anyone for football and basketball. What are your thoughts on that?
That's stupid.
We're punishing Oklahoma State women's tennis. Yeah, that's whatever. That's the NCAA right there, man. All right, let me blow this thing up. Okay, so yeah, there we were at Kenny Minchie, who completely disowned Nebraska after one day.
That's just the story of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, I get it. I understand why you would go to Kentucky because Will Stein helped develop Bo Nix, and our guy Dante.
You know what's funny?
But
Will,
I mean, he's going to be running for his life at Kentucky.
You know what's funny to me though is that so many of these people talk about Nebraska, and I used to be a believer in this too. I said this when I was a kid. Oh, Nebraska shouldn't have left the Big 12 because they lost that connection to Texas and the recruiting. You do realize now that recruiting, the location doesn't matter anymore. Do people know that? Like, I feel like people don't know that. They should know that.
I mean, some people get homesick, but
but the vast majority, as we've said, Baylor kicker, has nothing to do with anything else. So it's like, is Nebraska that deficient in the monetary department? Because it's not about location anymore. It's not. Because if it was, then, Nebraska should be screwed because they're in the middle of nowhere. But there are a lot of schools that win that don't have good recruiting grounds because of NIL. Okay, so I that's not the problem. I mean, either Nebraska's got to get better NIL or their coaching staff sucks. It's one of the two.
All right. Take a look.
Yeah, there you go. Being location does matter. Where's the money? I'm talking to just the geography. That don't matter. The geography don't matter, but that is a hilarious joke. Yes, the where the money's coming from does matter, and unfortunately, Nebraska just obviously ain't it. Austin Sims to Missouri, we talked about that, I think, last time. Mm-hmm. Ashton Daniels to Florida State. Yeah.
Florida State ain't looking much better next season.
No, how is Mike Norvell still employed? Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Sorry to Ashton Daniels. That's a terrible move, dude. That's just rough. That's like Jackson Arnold. My goodness. That defensive lineman from Jacksonville State in the portal. Yeah, James Smith going from Bama to Ohio State. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
Was he playing at Bama?
He was a starter.
He was?
Yeah.
So it just shows I didn't watch as many Bama games as he.
No, you didn't. He got in trouble for multiple personal fouls that hurt Alabama in games, but he's a good player. But it was what was, if Jackson was here, he would know. There was one game this year that Alabama directly lost because of a stupid personal foul. I think Florida State, he had a big one late in that game that completely ended their chances. He had a couple just stupid penalties, but good player. But yeah, again, the Bama to Ohio State pipeline just keeps growing. So like now Alabama's a second-rate school, right? They can't even keep their own players, which is insane. Like Ohio State, I thought, remember Caleb Downs? It was like, oh, it's because Saban left. We got Caleb Downs. I think it might have been the money.
Maybe.
Because James Smith, starter.
I hope Caleb Downs goes to Commanders, man. We need him.
Well, literally Alabama losing their starting defensive tackle to Ohio State. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you absolutely kidding me? It's not like dude was a bench dude. He was a starter. He's probably like the third best defender on the team, even though he had personal. It is what it is, dude. Again, there ain't any loyalty anymore. I guess Ohio State can send some players Bama's way. Bama can send them Ohio State's way. That's fine. Ohio State fans still to this day keep telling Jamison Williams played. Yeah, he played, but he wasn't that relevant. That's why he went to Bama. That made sense. This makes no sense. You're going from being the starting defensive tackle at Alabama to the starting defensive tackle at Ohio State. It clearly is a monetary issue. There's no other problem here. Guess he just wasn't making enough, I guess.
I'll look it up. I mean, I'll do a quick search.
It has to be that. Why would you leave other than that at this point? Because if he got benched, it would make sense, but he didn't. He was a starter. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Ohio State because I know Steven's probably about to lose it in chat. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter. I don't care about the history. I'm saying that we all said that the reason that Downs left Bama was because Saban left. We know. We talked about this, but I'm telling you that money is also a factor. Ohio State obviously is paying more in NIL than Bama is, at least for certain players, because that is why Alabama is losing players to Ohio State right now. That has to be the reason. I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying that's the case. I think that we need to admit that instead of finding excuses and other reasons for why it is happening. That's all I'm saying. Like saying that Ohio State's defensive or this. No, they're paying more. And yeah, he went to Bama because of the money. I'm saying that Ohio State is taking Alabama's players because they got more. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it to be derogatory. I'm just saying it as a fact. There is no reason on the planet why James Smith leaves Alabama other than that. Ohio State's paying him more, and that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because that's what everybody's doing right now. That's the lay of the land, which is crap, and that's why college football is getting dismantled by the seams as it becomes more and more a professional wannabe. But the thing is that that's all you can say. There's no other reason why Ohio State is taking Alabama's starting players other than money. It's not that I hate your team, man. It's because of the fact that Ohio State fans as a whole just cannot admit obvious things. That's why Hummus Hero is a breath of fresh air, because Hummus Hero comes on and Hummus Hero talks about Ohio State in a logical way. I mean, if he came on here right now and told me that it was not money, then I wouldn't believe him because I don't believe any of you. There's no way. It's fine. He left. But it just makes zero sense because Alabama used to never lose players like this. Of course I have, Bean, and that's crap. That's complete crap. We all know that that's crap. People just don't want to believe that a team with 3 stars can win. That's the only reason. So, again, it is what it is. I guess you probably can't find anything official on that, but I'm sure
I couldn't find any actual intel about it. But.
Well, you hate Bama, Caden, so, and that's fact. But, again, it is what it is. It's just annoying because I know that 99% of Ohio State fans are not going to admit, no, I'm not always right either. And I know I'm not always right. And I'll be the first to admit, again, I had DJ Lagway as my number 1 quarterback in the preseason. I was completely wrong, but I also had Fernando Mendoza number 4 when no one else did. So I was right about that. We're all right and wrong about things. But Ohio State fans are wrong if they say that James Smith left Alabama for Ohio State for any other reason than money. There is no other reason.
He's from Alabama, too.
There's no other reason. Let's just admit that and move on. Because I'm not usually that person who's like, yeah, we need to agree to something, but it's not even about whether you agree with me. It's a fact that it's a fact. And that's what's frustrating because literally people are going to want to blow that off. Why did Jahmyr Gibbs leave Georgia Tech for Alabama? Money.
Well, also, his O-line sucked at Georgia Tech.
His O-line sucked at Georgia Tech, but it was that and money. But that's the same thing. I'm going to admit the same thing. We know.
I remember when we played him when he was at Georgia Tech, and man, like that was a slaughter.
Is it possible that he's not like DeBoer? I can't prove that. But I mean, 99% of the time, if a great player at a big program transfers to another big program, it has to be money reasons. It just does. There's no other reason why I wouldn't. I mean, I'll give you another reason if I can find one, but there ain't. And it sucks. It sucks that unfortunately Bama can't even keep starters anymore. I kind of think it blows. I don't like it at all because of the fact that there's no loyalty anymore. Not even to a big program.
So Aaron Philo is going to be the starter at Florida, probably transferring from Georgia Tech to Florida. I don't know. This isn't that inspiring for Florida to me. No, but maybe he'll do well.
I'm not that inspired. No, I mean, again, Philo could come in and do stuff, and be the next guy. It can happen, but 99% chance that Florida's mid again.
So Hummus coming in right at the end of the James Smith conversation. So,
yeah, Hummus hero. Did James Smith go to Ohio State for any other reason than money?
Let's wait for his response.
I want to know. I just want to know because I know that Ohio State fans just want to not admit that, and it's just like, come on, man. I mean, you know it was money, right, Will?
It could be something else, but
I mean, it could, but why? Makes no sense, dude. Makes no sense.
Let's see.
I guess Hummus Hero doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about it. I mean, that's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
Byron Brown to Auburn.
Auburn's going to be good next year.
I don't know.
Dude, he probably would have been better off staying at South Florida.
We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, him and Russo seem unhappy at Bama. I guess obviously they got paid, though. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Hummus, for that last 5 words that you said. Obviously, they got paid, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. We cannot prove that first statement. Maybe they were unhappy. Maybe they weren't. But, yeah, that second statement is legitimate. I'm done. Thank you. All right.
I mean, they should at least be able to be like Missouri with Byron Brown.
I am paying attention to the chat. I mean, dude, I don't know. He has a chance because it's Bama, but it's not like things are going as well as they probably should be. I mean, Alabama's in the conversation, but they clearly are a step behind. And it's being extrapolated by the fact that they're losing starters to other programs. It's not helping. What you missed, Jackson, is that James Smith transferring to Ohio State has me frustrated. That's what you missed.
All right. So we don't think Byron Brown. So Jeffrey does not think that Byron Brown will help Auburn. I do think he'll be better than what they had at Auburn. Maybe they can go like 8-7-5, improve a bit next year.
That's what Calipari did at Kentucky, Steven. Basketball. And I'm not denying that first statement. But I think other programs in the SEC were also doing it too. It's not like Alabama was the only one doing it. And we can't say if Ohio State was doing it or not either, or any of these programs. We don't know who was doing it under the table or not. We really can't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Byron Brown could do all right, probably, I guess. But, I mean, I just don't have any faith in Auburn. How do you feel about that Notre Dame transfer there?
Good run stuffer. Probably going to rotate in, not going to start every down. But, I mean, defensive line was a need for the Irish in the portal. So, Francis Bruce seems like he's going to do pretty well. I mean, he was only a sophomore, I believe, this past year. So, he has a couple years left to play.
I'm not comparing Saban and Calipari. I'm saying that Calipari. Oh, my gosh, Steven, Steven, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. You know what I meant, dude. You know what I meant. Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, good addition for the Irish at D-line. It wasn't one of the big needs in the portal was D-line. So, I feel like Hopefully Francis Brewer can improve his pass rushing because that wasn't his strong suit, but his run stuffing at Pitt was very good.
That's good. Good for your Irish. Let's see what else we got here.
Jaden Lamar was a late flip from Notre Dame to Oregon. Didn't really end up needing him because I believe he was in the same class as Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, another player transferring to a rival.
Yeah.
Thought Oregon and Washington hated each other.
Mm-hmm. Earl Little, see if the Buckeyes want to say anything about him.
Miles O'Neill from A&M to UNC. I don't even know who that is, dude. Yeah, Carolina football, man. See if the I don't even know how to finish that sentence. No, Parker Livingstone going from Texas to Oklahoma. Another rival flip, man. Again, where's the hate? I thought these players. Oh yeah, I forgot. Money. I forgot. Sorry, my bad. You can't think about tradition, dude. Jalen Lucas, the former Indiana player, going to Tulane. Dude, he should have stayed at IU, man. That was a big mistake leaving. Big mistake. Not recognizing any of these people. We'll get to somebody. It just keeps going. We're only on the 6th. Oh my goodness, man. Dude. No wonder it took you forever to scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Preston Zinter didn't get any playing time at Notre Dame. Hopefully he does well at Rice. We'll see. And then Carson Williams, Montana State to IU.
Yeah, that's a solid depth piece pickup. Yeah, we knew Austin was going to pick Miami. Steven says, WillND, I just wanted you to know Jeffrey promotes the heck out of Notre Dame on his Saturday show.
Oh, my God. Tackett Curtis. I remember Tim was so excited about this guy coming to USC. Then he transferred to Wisconsin. Now he's transferring to UCF. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you, like, oh, my gosh, what was that dude's name? Man, that JoJo Earl type guys, that like Alabama receivers that ended up going nowhere. Calandria to Nebraska.
Second choice to Kenny. Second choice. We'll see.
Yeah, well, you Calandria, isn't he the one that got you remember the story with him?
What was the story?
No, it wasn't him. It was that other guy. Who was the UNLV quarterback? It wasn't him. It was the other guy. Calandria was from Virginia. I remember him. Who was that other dude for UNLV that had the thing?
I can't pull the name out now, unfortunately.
Dude, what was his name, dude? I was like, it wasn't Calandra. It's too many moving guys, man. I can't even remember all these dudes. Yeah, Calandra, he was just that average quarterback at Virginia. I remember.
Yeah,
he was average and not that impressive. He's mid. He's fine. Yeah, Alabama got that Strayhorn guy too. That's something. I think Jackson's excited about that, so I think he's pretty decent.
Hopefully, Jadon Blair does well at Missouri, but he didn't play at all his freshman year.
Yeah, Notre Dame's losing tons of bench guys. Like everyone's losing their depth. You can't keep your depth anymore. So I'm
Aiden
saying.
Childs to Northwestern. He's doing the reverse Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Well, who, man, I saw Northwestern got somebody, man. Was it who did they get again? OC.
Oh, Chip.
Yeah. They got him. Yeah, I couldn't even think. I was like, Chip. Yeah. They got Chip Kelly. Yeah, people just you seen the jokes about Chip Kelly? I was like, oh, he just likes calling plays. Yeah, Northwestern. Are we really doing that right now? Like you were at Ohio State, now you're at Northwestern. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Sports Talk with Austin says Indiana is overhyped. I said it. Miami is the underdogs and the world is against them. Yeah, okay.
Wasn't he a Cromanhook at Florida State first? I think he was. Florida State to Mississippi State to USF.
Who's that? Oh, that
Cromanhook. Wasn't he at Florida State?
Probably. Brody Foley there, he used to play for Indiana.
Oh, now he's going to Austin's team.
Yeah, well, he didn't play much in Indiana, but he did really good at Tulsa, so he built up his stock. Yeah, Indiana getting a money, we know, money, but Indiana getting a big offensive lineman from Wisconsin.
Big boy.
That's a good ad right there.
All right.
We like to see that.
And Quincy Porter going to the Irish from Ohio State.
But you see how reverse, like Ohio State losing players because they're not playing yet. It's a shame because that Quincy guy probably would have been good for Ohio State eventually, but just didn't give it the time, man.
Was a 5-star out of high school. So I'm feeling pretty good that, I mean, he was that Notre Dame guy. People were thinking that like he's a similar type to the guy that you got. What's his name from Michigan?
Nick Marsh.
Similar type of receiver.
Yeah,
but more raw instead of and a little less developed than Marsh.
Yeah, Nick Marsh is definitely more developed and proven. Yeah, but I mean, he's probably going to be good for Notre Dame. Porter. Yeah. So it's tough for Ohio State. I mean, I hate it for Ohio State fans. They can't keep their bench either. You know, I hate it for all programs that you can't keep the guys that you get. And it's not like oh my gosh, Jeffery just lows on. No, it's because I think certain transfers I hate. Like it's different when like Wisconsin sucks. I can't blame the Wisconsin guy for wanting to play at a good team. But James Smith leaving Bama for Ohio State is just dumb. Outside of money, it makes 0 sense. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I hate this type of player here leaving Ohio State because they recruited him. You know, they didn't even give him a chance to play, you know, or he didn't give them a chance to let him play, rather. And he goes to Notre Dame. It's great for your team. But I mean, that's just the nature of the portal. I complain about a lot of it, not because, you know, like I don't blame these players. I just think it sucks. Like, I don't blame James Smith. If Ohio State gave more money, I just think it sucks. Because, I mean, he's a starter. It just sucks. But, you know, again, what can you do? What can you do? You think about these players, too. Like, they have to move.
Yeah.
And people don't even think about that. They got to move.
Jackson Arnold to UNLV to replace Calandria. Just hang it up, Jackson. Hang it up.
He can't throw.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, he can run, but he can't throw. A quarterback has to be able to throw. You know, I mean, it's not ideal if you can't throw.
Rick Meyer's son's hitting the portal. Probably going to be group of 5.
Yeah. Maybe.
Bodie Cahoon that couldn't play. I think he's a Virginia guy too. I believe he's from Roanoke, so hopefully he does well.
We're only on the 7th, man. Today is the 14th. Yeah, again, Hummus, like you said the other night, Buckeyes prioritizing experience over unproven talent this cycle. Yeah, taking a page out of Cignetti's playbook. Yeah, and what's funny about that too is that if Ohio State, like just say hypothetically, wins it all next year with that experience, no one's gonna bat an eye. But people are trashing Indiana now because, oh my gosh, the only reason they're winning is because of the experience. Literally, experience isn't the only thing. It's about having proven experience.
Van Buren going to USF.
That's the
He'll probably
difference.
do well there.
So if Ohio State does that, awesome. But it's like there's nothing wrong with Indiana having proven experience and you winning with that. There's nothing wrong with that. What did you say?
Van Buren, I remember he was he played pretty well for LSU. He'll probably do well at USF. Anthony Sacca, another death piece for Notre Dame, going to UCLA.
Well, UCLA's trying to get good because they got the Chesney guy. I even saw a article that said, can Chesney do what Cignetti did? I'm like, no. I highly doubt that. I mean, I think he'll do better than Deshaun Foster, but it's not like he's going to win a lot. I saw Dexter Williams went to Tulsa. He played at IU at one time.
Mm-hmm.
This list is insane. UNC getting a tight end from Texas. He's probably D lineman from Washington going to Bama. Caleb Smith.
Malachi Nelson back in the portal.
They still got that 5-star from high school on there.
Creed Thomas, good luck to him. He didn't play.
Stephen Cherry says, thanks to Cignetti for teaching Ohio State about football. Well, he probably did for a lot of people. It's what good coaches do. You just got to kind of find a way to keep adapting. Because, I mean, if Ohio State and these other programs do, completely, take the page from the playbook, then you're going to have to figure out other ways to get better. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, it's still all about talent evaluation. I mean, Ohio State and Alabama, they got to bring in the right proven players. If they don't, then they're not going to have success with them. But if they do, then they'll have success. Not every player is going to hit.
Davis Warren going to Stanford.
Yeah.
Gio Lopez going to Wake.
These moves are funny. Davis Warren at Stanford. Well, I can guarantee you Stanford ain't going to be good.
He might not even start at Stanford.
Brady Allen going to Indiana State. That dude was a former 4-star quarterback out of high school. I remember Indiana Purdue were fighting over him, and he went to Purdue. And then he went to Louisville. So Braun was never able to develop him. Former 4-star quarterback going to Indiana State. Again, that's the portal for you. You got the good, you got the bad. Raleek Brown going to Texas. So wait a minute. So Raleek Brown and Smothers are going to Texas?
I guess they're going to do like the 1-2 punch.
Oh, please. Please. That's dumb. Smothers, you made a mistake, dude. You should have stayed at Bama. Like, literally, you've got both of them at Texas. It's kind of overkill, isn't it?
Well, they don't want to injure the running back, I guess. Ben Minnick, good luck to him. Didn't play at all. Go to Miami.
That's crazy, Will. Like, they got 2 of the best running backs in the portal.
Well, I mean, Ohio State did the same thing with Henderson and Judkins.
Yeah, but Henderson was already at Ohio State, though. They brought in 2 portal guys that agreed to that.
I mean, Matthew Miller was complaining about how their running back sucks, so I guess that's...
Well, I mean, they sure ain't developing in their backups.
Yeah.
Hey, I like this. Like Darrell said, college basketball doing it after the season's over. I like that.
Good luck to Scrap. I mean, Scrap could come back. We'll see.
That is insane, though. Like, it's good for Texas and all, but man, that's getting them both. That's insane.
Mikey Keene going to Arizona State. He might start there. We'll see.
It feels like Arizona State's falling apart.
Yeah.
It's money, man. They can't compete. Remember, Dillingham was complaining about that. I guess it didn't work. And another thing, Michigan fan like, see, that's why you should have taken the Michigan job. Oh man. Well, they obviously don't have the NIL because they lost all their best players. King Mac, NC State. Didn't follow Franklin.
DJ to Baylor.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I mean, good for Baylor. We could see. I mean, he could do well at Baylor, but I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he's just fed into his own hype.
Don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, the Big 12 is in shambles. And the reason why is because they don't have the money.
Sure.
That's why they can't compete. It's a money race, man. The Big 12 is so far behind in the financial department. It's unreal. That's why Campbell finally left. I mean, I guess Michigan fans had a point with Dillingham. I like that Dillingham stayed at Arizona State, but it doesn't actually seem like that's working out. Couldn't even keep any of them. I feel like I swear when I'm looking at this, I see like 4 or 5.
Braden Hillman, he was a late flip from Notre Dame to Michigan, now going to UVA.
Yeah.
Brock Glenn going to Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Brock Glenn couldn't save the day for Florida State.
Mitch Griffiths, he was at Wake at one point. Now he's going to ECU.
I mean, that's decent, I guess. I mean, ECU lost everybody, which sucks because they had that 9-4 year. I mean, that's the thing. Like, ECU has a decent year and they lose everybody to the portal.
Long streak going to LSU after a year of redshirting at USC.
Yeah, and he's not going to start at LSU either because they got Levitt. So, guess he wants to learn behind Levitt, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Bama got Ty Haywood. That was a big addition. We've been scrolling for like 30 minutes, and we've only gone 3 days. We're finally on the 9th. Wow. Yeah, I agree with Darrell. The gap between the GC and the Power Four is never wider than it is right now. Absolutely. I mean, the gap is insane. They can't even compete at this point. It's a shame. I mean, I feel bad for the Big 12, man. There's nothing you can do. Like, they just can't compete. They're losing all their best players and coaches, and Oh, man.
Justice Haynes
to Georgia Tech. How do you feel about that?
I mean, good for Georgia Tech, man. I mean, they needed some good news.
Yeah, that's all. It's honestly shocking, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was at Bama, Michigan. People felt he could get drafted, but he got hurt. Now he's at Georgia Tech. It's interesting.
Walker Lyons a good pickup for BYU.
Well, they got the crumble money.
Mm-hmm. Carson Hobbs, man. I mean, you were good luck at Florida State, man. You had a rough year.
Yeah. Will feels he kind of cost him in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. DJ McKinney got some more depth at cornerback.
Yeah, Colorado is not having a good offseason, man. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna play? I'll look at DJ McKinney. He went to Oklahoma State, then to Colorado, and now to Notre Dame.
It's getting to the point, Will, where I can't remember all these transfers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you, like, I feel like we do a good job overall remembering, dude. And our chat does a great job as well, you know, because we're football people. Like, we keep up with this stuff as best we can, man. But, like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like it's just getting to the point. I can't remember all these players and where they came from, like all the schools they've been at. It's just getting so hard, dude. Like some of these dudes transferring 4 and 5 times. Like, oh, this guy was here and then here. Man, it's hard to remember.
Mm-hmm.
It says Cal's getting some decent player. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's almost like did they get like a donor money or something. I mean, like some of these schools like Cal and Oklahoma State are doing all right, but I mean, is that for 1 year? Is it sustainable? I mean, you got to see what they do with it first. It's wild, man. Is the portal slowing down at all? Like the closer that it gets to the end here, because I
think it is a bit.
It's slowing down a little bit. Yeah.
Nitro Toggle going to South Carolina, the guy that would always drop passes for Georgia.
Thomas said UCLA is really spending. What's good? Only Tall Sport and Chat. Did you guys already holler over Jaden Rashada?
We did that earlier, right?
I think we did talk about Jaden Rashada. I can't remember
A couple weeks ago,
where he's going, but Stephen Cherry says I've got the Mark Cuban Hoosiers over the Miami Hurricane. By the way, Miami's got some big donors too.
Yeah, Mike Ruiz.
They got some big donors too that are probably way richer than Cuban. But do appreciate the prediction though. Steven is so funny, man. You can't.
Man, that Mercer to Alabama, that's a jump.
Yeah, it is.
What school is that? Emporia State.
I don't even know. It's not Elon.
Emporia State.
Is that like D2?
Probably.
No, we're on the 10th now. Nate Johnson going to Auburn as an edge guy from Missouri. Just transfers like that. And then Max Johnson to Georgia Southern. Oh man. Yeah. These moves just. Oh, Penn State to Tennessee.
Mm.
Like that's a downgrade, right? I mean,
yeah.
Like Tennessee fans would be mad right now. You can't say that, but Noah Carter from Bama to Georgia Tech. Singleton to Florida. Auburn to Florida.
It's a sideways move.
Yeah, you don't want it. If you don't want Florida fans hearing that.
Well, I mean, Auburn won a championship more recently.
I agree. Baylor to Auburn.
He must have played well against Auburn.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I can't help but just keep laughing, man. Like this is the longest list ever. You notice every year we've done this, Will, it gets longer.
Yeah.
Can it possibly get longer? Like, is it ever going to be where like every player, like 90% of players are in the portal? I don't think it will get that much.
No, it won't.
But
Tyson Ford transferring again from Notre Dame to Cal to UCLA.
I mean, is that an upgrade or a downgrade?
I would say probably up.
It's kind of an upgrade. Cal to UCLA is kind of an upgrade. It's a slight upgrade. I guess at this point, if it's in the Big Ten, it's an upgrade.
Oh, there's another.
How about that guy?
I haven't heard that much about him yet. Well, I've really only looked at the guys that already committed.
Yeah, at this point, like that's all I know. Like if a team's interested in somebody, unless it's like a big time name, I don't even know, dude.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times these dudes enter the portal, then they
Armel Lucum decided to come back. Let's go.
Cool.
He played a bit and played pretty well.
Cam Coleman to Texas. Smothers to Texas.
There it is.
Dude, well, I would have respected him more if he had just gone to Texas originally.
Yeah.
Why did you have to commit to Bama and then go to Texas the next day? Why did you have to be a Kenny Minchie?
Cam Coleman's a good, yeah. So Texas is going to be good next year. Notre Dame's going to be good. Oregon's going to be good. Indiana's going to be good.
What about Bama?
We'll see.
Are they falling off?
Willis McGahee the fourth. Is he related to doesn't McGahee go to Miami, the other one? KK Smith, good luck at Michigan State. You're fast, but
yeah, I think Will is starting to have second thoughts about Bama being good. There's no way Bama's falling off completely, man. They gotta get some people. I mean, they've gotten some decent transfers, man, but there's some holes.
So is the quarterback next year going to be the guy that with the big recruit?
Say that again.
So is the quarterback next season going to be what's the guy's name? The big recruit?
Oh, Hoover?
Yeah.
Probably Hoover, yeah.
No, I meant for Alabama.
Oh, Alabama, yeah, Keelan Russell. Yeah. It's probably gonna be Keelan Russell.
Yeah.
You think he'll do good? I mean, I don't know. I think Alabama's got questions. I do.
Walker White. Where was he originally? Was he Auburn originally?
Was he at Ole Miss? No.
He was Auburn originally, yeah.
Auburn. I can't remember.
And now he's going to Central Arkansas. Rough. CJ Baxter, another one of those running backs that Matthew Miller said wasn't that good. Andrew Olesh going to Oregon. I thought. So didn't he? I thought he was going to go to Michigan. Okay, Oregon. Interesting.
Guess he decided not, man. Couldn't beat Phil Knight.
Good luck to Jerron Benny Powell. Couldn't really play.
Man, I got a guy from Mississippi State. Around the 12th.
Jaden Sanders, another defensive back for the Irish.
Thomas said Texas preseason #1 again.
Quincy Porter.
Keon Keeley, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, Notre Dame. I mean, good for you in Notre Dame. I mean, I don't know. I think Bama's doing all right in the portal, man, but they've lost some people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. It's just interesting, man. Keeley should be good for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll probably rotate in a bit, and then probably start his last year
if he stays. I mean, just have to throw that out there. You know, it's tough to say these days. Levitt. IU got a wide receiver from Tulane. Had a good year.
Do you think Levitt's going to be good at LSU?
Maybe. I don't think it's a given, but I mean, if they put enough around him, maybe.
Taven Jackson to North Texas.
I don't dislike that move for him. It's all right. He's not awful. He's just not great. He's okay. AJ Harris transfer.
That's good pickup. Good pickup.
Yeah, that's a good ad for Indiana, especially if they lose Pons, which is expected that they are going to lose Pons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a big get. Noah Rogers, receiver from NC State to Bama. That's pretty good. Hopefully he doesn't transfer again. I mean, you just don't know at this point. You just don't know. Can't say anything but tampering when you've got Smothers going from Bama to Texas in a day. It's just ridiculous, man. Rousseau to Ohio State. That one stings less, but still, you know, it is what it is. Bama losing guys to the Buckeyes.
Bo going to UVA.
Interesting. It's not a terrible move. Did they get another quarterback, or is he the only one?
I think he's the one.
Couldn't remember. We've gone through so many, I can't remember if they got another quarterback to compete with him, but I don't know. Don't even remember.
All right, almost there. And then we can do a quick NFL preview.
Yeah, we've almost made it through the montage of portal hopes and dreams. You go through like 20 names before you find somebody, like 20, 30 names before you find somebody that had like connection to a school you care about or someone that people know. Most of these guys, I've never seen them before because, I mean, they probably have never played. They're bench players. You know, never seen these people.
Aaron Nolan from Ohio State to South Carolina to now Memphis.
I mean, probably not terrible for Memphis, but Notre Dame to Rice. Good old food.
Yeah, he didn't play. And then Mylan Graham, the other receiver from Ohio State, going to Notre Dame.
Probably not as good as Porter, but
yeah, still should be good.
Finley.
Oh, here's the other
Holstein to Virginia too.
He's not I think Bo Prabula would start over Holstein, right?
Yeah, Prabula would play over him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Holstein was not good, man. At Pitt, he was not good. Walker Howard.
Going
That's
back.
who I was thinking about.
SEC.
That's who I was thinking about. You said Walker. Walker Howard was at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He's going back to Ole Miss.
Interesting.
You remember him, right?
Yeah. And there's the Baylor kicker going to Ohio State.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of when I said that. Yeah.
Brunkemeyer going to Virginia Tech. That's a good move for Tech. I feel like he was solid.
Yeah. I agree with that. He played good against Indiana. That's crazy that Walker Howard went back to Ole Miss. Wonderful play.
All right.
Wow. We made it all the way to the end.
One more guy entered from Toledo since we started.
Well, folks, that is your transfer portal update. I hope you've learned a lot because I know I did because I did not know that half these players. Prabula is going to Virginia.
Interesting.
I'm saying Virginia. He's going to Virginia. And at least he was the last time I saw.
Yeah.
So things could change. I don't know. if things absolutely could change.
We'll do a quick NFL pick 'em.
And then that probably will be it for the night after that. And we've had it's been fun. It's been fun.
This should be a great one. Buffalo and Denver.
Yeah, Bills and the Broncos. So you got 12-5 Bills, you got 14-3 Broncos.
Denver so you're going to see great versus great when the Bills offense and Broncos defense is out there. And then you're going to see mid versus mid when the Broncos offense against the Bills defense.
It's insane that the Broncos went 14-3. With how unimpressive they looked at times.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, how many games did they just not look that good? But they're 14-3. I think, do you agree that the Broncos are probably like the quietest 14-3 NFL team ever? Or like 13-3, 14-2, type of team. Like that good of a record. Like no one's talking about them.
Yeah. I mean, their defense could maybe win them the Super Bowl, but.
Yeah, but they don't have a Peyton Manning back there.
Yeah. Although Peyton was not great as last year. Like he
wasn't, but I'm just saying he was a game manager.
Yeah.
Can Bo Nix be a game manager behind that D? Do you trust the Bills at all? I don't.
I don't trust the Bills to get a stop. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. This is 50-50. That's why the spread's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. I remember the GIFs people were saying, this has to be the Bills' year. With Mahomes gone and all these guys gone. It's got it. Burrow's gone. It's got
the Chargers, Steven, the Chargers were good when they were healthy. I'll say that. But once their O-line got shredded, it's injury.
I don't even know who to pick. I honestly probably follow your lead on this one.
I guess I'll go 24-21 Buffalo.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't even like the sound of that.
It's hard.
I don't even.
I only picked Buffalo because they had the better quarterback. It's hard. It's
20-17. Usually when teams are young, they choke early in the playoffs. So I'll go Bills.
And then Niners are just too beat up. I think the Seahawks roll.
I'll go with the Seahawks 28-14.
31-17 Seahawks. The Seahawks blew them out in San Fran the last week.
Darnold has a lot of picks, but that offense is still good.
And they have probably one of the top 3 best defenses left in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, they were incredible.
Yeah. Texans, Patriots, another hard game to pick.
I know that I kind of just said the antithesis of what I'm going to say here because of the fact that I said that young teams don't normally win, but I'm going to go with the Patriots. They have a game under the belt. I'm gonna and like defensive wise, they were great. I'm gonna go. I think May's gonna get it done. 21-17. I'm gonna go Patriots.
You see, I think May's gonna choke, man. Like against that defense, I'm gonna go Houston to win it. 24-17.
It's fair. It's fair.
And
last game, Rams and Bears.
It's another tough one.
Dude, both these teams should have lost.
Yes.
Panthers should have won. Like, flat out. They should have won. I don't even care. I don't care if everybody disagrees. The Panthers should have won.
Well, the Rams almost won in the cold in Philly last year, so I don't know how much I'm going to take for that.
Hey, the cardiac Bears, man, they've found ways to win all year.
I think the magic runs out for the Bears. I'll go Rams.
It is tough for a Southern team to go up there.
Yeah.
It is tough. I mean, do you think – I mean, Stafford's used to it.
Kyron just can't fumble again in the cold. I think he had 2 fumbles against Philly in the playoffs last year.
I'll go 21-20 Rams.
Yeah, I'll go 27-24 Rams.
I don't really trust this pick or the Bills one.
I mean, NFL is hard to pick because the
hard.
talent is very even.
Yeah, it's easier to pick college football.
Yeah.
Absolutely either.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our quick NFL predictions. Probably get them all wrong, but we'll see.
I mean, I got 3 out of the 4 quarterfinal picks wrong, so
I think I did too. I don't even know what I said. I know I got the Panthers one wrong. I said
I meant for college, so like, what do I? Yeah, but
college. Oh, well, yeah.
So what do I know? But we'll see.
It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to the NFL playoff games. It should be fun. I'm also looking forward to the national championship game and definitely hope Indiana comes out on top. But if not, it is what it is. But definitely hope that they get it done. It was fun going over all this with you tonight, Will. Great show. Appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate Cade's super chat. Subscribe to WillND or my channel if you haven't already. If you enjoyed the show, would appreciate it. Like the streams down below and follow both of us on Twitter as well. Appreciate everybody, and I'm sure we'll see you guys soon.